Cathryn Lyall, partner in Seed Space Venture Capital. Welcome to INBrief. Can we start by giving an outline of what the offer is to your potential investors?
Absolutely. So Seed Space Venture Capital is a very early stage venture capital fund. That means we're investing from seed round through to Series A, and our lens is 100% in fintech. We work really closely with our investee companies. We've got a very strong advisory model, which means that we can really bring all our experience and our networks to bear on these early stage companies, which is one of the ways that we help alleviate that risk of failure in these early stage investments. ESVCLPs, early stage venture capital limited partnerships here in Australia, are actually also a tax structure that's very effective for investors to access these early stage investments.
How is that?
You get a 20% tax deduction.
Is that widely known?
It's widely advertised by the government, but not a lot of investors here in Australia are investing in this space, so it's an education process.
Well, typically venture capital returns are asymmetric. What's the success rate to failure rate typically in your enterprise?
Yeah, so it's quite a long tail with these early stages, and I think historically we've seen sort of a 5 to 7 year horizon for success and exits on these, but we've seen the last year and a half, 2 years, that horizon's pulled in dramatically, and we're getting between 2 and 5 year horizons now for success rates on these exits, particularly in the fintech space because there's such a strong lens around financial services.
What sort of, let's take a successful company in your portfolio, what sort of returns could you expect? 5 times, 10 times, 3 times?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. So, historically, 90% of returns in the funds come from 25% of the entities, and we always try to look to beat those benchmarks. And one of the strengths of the Seed Space team are the founders and the partners that we have around the table here. We've all got very strong financial and technology skill sets, and we're able to bring those networks to bear. So for us, at any of our successful entities, we'd be looking for 10x or more.
How do you exit the investments of the fund?
Yeah, so there's typically IPOs, I guess, which is a well-trodden path, although I think globally now we're seeing that as less of a chosen pathway for startups. They have more control of their businesses perhaps by not listing. But certainly IPO is one. We've seen a lot more strategic investors coming to the fore, even in the Australian ecosystem, and that's been a really interesting play. And then the third way is through M&A. And because we are so engaged with our investee companies, we're able to really think strategically about what's out there. We have a strong pipeline of companies we see every week from an investment perspective, and we've been able to help facilitate some roll-up strategies between entities within our own fund, but also via our co-investors and the strong ecosystem that we're a partner with.
If we have a quick look at, say, 1 or 2 of the companies in the portfolio at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the strengths of our portfolio, it is so diverse, so it's very hard to pick just 1 or 2. So I'd encourage everyone to have a look at our website because it is quite a strong diversified portfolio. But I think if we're going to perhaps focus on the tech in the financial piece that's interesting, that future tech, I would call out, for instance, Hutley, which is a prop tech business, which is it's a platform that solves for transparency, efficiency of communications between landlords, tenants, and the agents. And that means that everything from signing right through to your bond payments, your connectivity is all done on a very transparent platform. It's a blockchain-enabled platform. We're creating smart contracts around these assets.
It's in use now?
It's in use right now. We've got over 800,000 contracts on that platform, nearly 3,000 agencies, and it's growing. So it's one of our very exciting businesses that's actually fixing a current pain point, and the data that's being created is significant. We have a lot of plans for the future with Hutley. Another one I'd call out is Boulevard Global. So again, right in bulge bracket financial services. It's a digital share registry, again, run on future tech. It's a blockchain-enabled technology. It means we can capture everything a company is currently doing in the unlisted space, unlisted companies. So all the shareholders, con notes, safe notes, you name it. We're the only share registry of any sort in Australia with a direct real-time push and pull to ASIC. We were able to facilitate capital raises by unlisted companies via the network because all the shareholders are on the platform. And we're now working on something we're very excited about, which is enabling exchange of value in unlisted shares in these companies. And that will really improve liquidity in this market.
A liquidity enabler for unlisted shares.
Absolutely. It's very exciting.
Cathryn, thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.